As I fire up the engine of my motorcycle, a surge of excitement runs through me. The kind of excitement you'd only get with a triple shot of espresso. The sky above me was a brilliant blue, and the sun warmed my back. The air was crisp and clean, bringing with it the faint scent of adventure. My heart beat in rhythm with the purr of my bike, and the thrill of the view made me feel more alive than ever. It's moments like these that make the difficulties of travelling worth it. Leaning into the curves with the grace of a walrus on roller skates, I navigated the winding path. Every twist in the road is a new adventure, like trying to assemble flat-pack furniture without any instructions. And it's that thrill that keeps me going, that intoxicating adrenaline rush that never seems to end. Amidst the roller coaster of excitement, there's a sense of tranquility.
Simba, all the life that touches belongs to you. No? Okay, just moving. Oh, I'm not supposed to go out.
It's a symphony of absurdity that just fills me with joy.
Norway. Either build a tunnel through it, or they build a million roads around it. Either way, it's always cold.
And of course the best thing about this road is that it just never seems to end. The storm was closing in and I had a mere 12 hours to outpace it. Although the sky was still clear, the air was beginning to become thick with electrical charge, the kind that precedes a storm. My objective was simple yet daunting, to try and get as far north as possible before the first raindrop fell. Time was of the essence and there was no room for error. It was a race against nature, a test of endurance, and I was intent on winning.
I feel terrible. I feel terrible. Absolutely terrible. So I rode about 350 miles on twisties yesterday. And I get to the campsite because I was just like, oh, I can ride late because I'll just check into a campsite. And jobs are good. Campsite's close to the season. I'm like, right, okay. It's getting dark. So I'm just like, right. Oh my god, it's so like foggy in here. So I was like, okay, I'll ride to the next campsite. It's not a big deal. Campsite's closed again. It's now like 9:30 at night. I'm like, I can't keep riding. It's 9:30 at night. And so here I am, asleep next to a motorway, next to a railroad. Oh. But I did make it out of the storm in time, which you can probably hear. And yeah, so I tried to basically make it as north as I could yesterday before the storm hit, because I knew the less time I could spend on the road during the storm, the better. So yeah, I look terrible. Look at me. I look like I've been doing meth. This is your influencer. This is your influencer on meth. Oh god. So, plan of action today is pack up, gear up. I don't know if I've got enough water to have like tea and coffee. I'm gonna see if I can have a coffee first. God, look at me. I look awful. I definitely feel this bad as well. Like, I feel this awful. I had like such a brick wall moment yesterday where I'm like riding in my helmet and like everything hurts. Just absolutely everything hurts. My bum is saddle sore, my back is aching, I've got like cramp in my feet, cramp in my wrists. I just like was so close to tears, and I'm like, no crying allowed on this trip. And then I get to this campsite and it's closed. And I'm like, no crying, I know you're tired, no crying on this trip. And then yeah, I didn't even take my bike gear off. I still have all my bike clothes on, look. I'm like fully dressed. Still got all my bike clothes on because I just couldn't be bothered. I just climbed in the sleeping bag. Good night. It's supposed to rain until 3 p.m. today. Part of waking up is regretting your decisions from last week.
Apparently the worst thing about waking up isn't regretting your decisions, it's being absolutely screamed at by a frantic Norwegian man, and you have no idea what he's saying. And it turns out that apparently this campsite was also closed. Thanks to Google Translate, we did eventually manage to find some common ground, and I did offer to pay him. However, he was still very cross with me, and so I decided to get out of the area as quickly as possible.
No, it's okay. The story there. Process.
Is that a 6?
This
Mm-hmm.
Just because of...
For season?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
Very sorry.
Yep.
Sorry. I didn't mean to be rude. I thought...
I was a solitary figure on a motorcycle, but I was not alone. The storm and I danced like two rival chess players whose hatred was born out of nothing other than the desire to win. Every move I made forward, the storm pushed back tenfold. As the minutes ticked by, I knew it was a losing battle, and doubt greeted me once more. The sense of vast emptiness both surrounded and consumed me. However, I knew that games are rarely won alone, and so even if salvation had been within reach, it was not a cup I would have drunk from. I would not quit. Fierce gusts of wind whipped around me, rain lashed down, each drop a stinging arrow. I would not quit. Hours merged into an all-day battle. The storm showed no mercy. My motorcycle, usually a vessel of freedom, felt like a ship being tossed around in an unforgiving sea. And still, I would not quit. Exhaustion takes hold. It's not just physically now, it's mentally, emotionally. The weight of the day sets in as my engine quietens, replaced by the persistent patter of rain against the world. And I chanted to myself once more, I would not quit. But by this point, I'm battling myself. A struggle between surrendering to the overwhelming desire to break down and let tears flow with the rain, all the while my coercive dedication forcing me onwards and upwards. I had little say in the matter. My tent wasn't going to build itself. I didn't have the option to quit. I ventured into the campsite kitchen in hopes of drying off, and I started to force myself to eat as much as I could, knowing I needed the extra energy to get through the storm season. I sat for over 6 hours, chain drinking warm drink after warm drink. But soon, night drew in, and the storm continues to howl outside.
I guess this is the start of the bad weather. It's not good. Just terrified that the rain is gonna move the tent away. I should put brown ticks and pigs in. It's so windy. The worst part is that the rain is going up north, and I am also going up north. So basically I'm chasing the rain. It's so cold.
What am I doing with my life? What am I doing? This is insane. Jesus Christ.
This one was completely my fault.